Hello children, I am Spandana from KGBVK Kotapadu, Visakhapatnam district. Don't go anywhere in this pandemic situation. Stay safe. So, today we are going to discuss about uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration, equations of uniform accelerated motion. In our day-to-day life, we observe several motions of living and non-living objects, whether birds, fishes, cars, trains, etc. Millions of objects are surrounding us. Some stays at rest while some shows motion. A body is said to be in motion when its position changes continuously with respect to a stationary object taken as a reference point. We all know that the common characteristic of all the moving bodies is that they change their position with time. For example, when the position of the car changes continuously with respect to some stationary objects like houses or schools, etc., we say that a car is moving or car is in motion. Motion can be defined as motion is relative. Motion of an object depends on the observer. Motion can be of two types, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. First, we discuss about uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion. When a body covers equal distances in a straight line in equal intervals of time are called uniform motion. It means if an object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, however small the time intervals may be, then the motion of the object is said to be uniform motion. For example, a cycle moves from A to D. The distance between A to D is 15 meters. The cycle moves 5 meters in 2 seconds, 10 meters in 4 seconds, 15 meters in 6 seconds. That means A to B in 2 seconds, B to C in 2 seconds, C to D also in 2 seconds, covering 5 meters in each interval. According to these values, we will get a graph. Here, the straight line graph shows that the body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. If the direction of motion of the cyclist is assumed as constant, then we conclude that velocity is constant. The motion of the body is said to be in uniform when its velocity is constant. Rotation of Earth and clock rotation are the examples of uniform motion. Next, non-uniform motion. A body is said to be in a non-uniform motion if it travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time. It means if an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to be in non-uniform motion. Most of the motions seen in our daily life are non-uniform motion. Example: a cycle moves from A to D. The distance between A to D is 15 meters. The cycle moves 2 meters in 2 seconds, 6 meters in 4 seconds, 15 meters in 6 seconds. That means A to B in 2 seconds, B to C in 2 seconds, C to D in 2 seconds, covering unequal distances in equal interval of time. Examples: a fruit falling from a tree, a stone dropped from the top of a building, the motion of a train as it leaves the station, the motion of a bus it approaches a bus stop, a ball thrown vertically. Next topic is acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. It is defined as the rate of change of velocity with time. Acceleration is uniform when equal changes of velocity occur in equal intervals of time. Uniform acceleration is the ratio of change in velocity to time taken. The term acceleration not only applies to increasing velocity but also to decreasing velocity. For example, when we apply brakes to a car in motion, its velocity decreases continuously. We call this deacceleration. We can observe the deacceleration of a stone thrown up vertically into the air, and similarly we can experience deacceleration when a moving train comes to rest. Now let's discuss the equations of motion. In physics, equations of motion are equations that describes the behavior of a physical system in terms of its motion as a function of time. More specifically, the equations of motion describes the behavior of a physical system as a set of mathematical functions in terms of dynamic variables. However, kinetics is a simpler. It concerns only variables derived from the position of objects and time. In circumstance of constant acceleration, these simpler equations of motion are usually referred to as the Schwarzschild equations, arising from the definitions of kinematic equations. Displacement S, initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a, and time t. Equations of motion: v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. These equations are also called as kinematic equations. Now, derivation of v is equal to u plus at. Let us consider a body starts with initial velocity u. After time t seconds, its velocity becomes v. Due to its uniform acceleration, it covers a distance of s. S is displacement in meters, u is the initial velocity in meters per second, v is the final velocity also in meters per second, a is acceleration in meter per second square, t is time. We know the definition of acceleration: the rate of change of velocity with time. That means acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken. What is change in velocity? Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. The difference between the final velocity minus initial velocity. So acceleration is equal to final velocity v, initial velocity u. So v minus u. A is equal to v minus u by t. By cross multiplication we get v minus u is equal to at. So v is equal to u plus at. First equation. Now let us discuss about how we can derive s is equal to ut plus half at square. We know s is equal to displacement in meters, u initial velocity, t time, a acceleration. Since the acceleration of the body is constant, so average velocity. We know the definition of velocity. What is velocity? The rate of displacement of a body is known as velocity. Once again, the rate of displacement of a body is known as velocity. It is the distance travelled by a body per unit time in given direction. So velocity is equal to displacement by time. Its unit is meter per second. So average velocity. How can we get the average velocity? Average velocity is equal to final velocity plus initial velocity by 2. So average velocity is equal to v plus u by 2. But we know that average velocity is equal to displacement by time. Displacement represented by s. Time is small t. So by equating the two equations, v plus u by 2 is equal to s by t. v plus u by 2 is equal to s by t. This is equation 2. Already we learned the first equation. What is that? V is equal to u plus at. So we substitute v value in equation 2. Substitute v value in equation 2. Now we get u plus at plus u by 2 is equal to s by t. U plus u, 2u. 2u plus at by 2 is equal to s by t. By cross multiplication we get 2s is equal to t into 2u plus at. So 2s is equal to t into 2u, 2tu plus t into at square. S is equal to 2ut by t plus at square by 2. S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is the second kinematic equation. Now the derivation of v square minus u square is equal to 2as. We have seen already the equation on v is equal to u plus at. From this equation we get, take the u to the left side. So v minus u is equal to at. Now get a to the left side. A is multiplicand when it is at right side. If you bring A to the left, A will become denominator. So, T is equal to V minus U by A. Now, substitute T value in equation 2. Now, what is the second equation? Second equation is V plus U by 2 is equal to S by T. When T is substituted, now the equation can be elaborated by V plus U by 2 is equal to S by 1 into 1 by T. Now substitute T value. When you substitute T value, equation becomes V plus U by 2 is equal to S by 1 into 1 by V minus U by A. So, A will become numerator. Then, equation becomes V plus U by 2 is equal to S by 1 into A by V minus U. V plus U by 2 is equal to AS by V minus U. From the cross multiplication, we get V plus U into V minus U is equal to 2AS. We know the formula of A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. So, V plus U into V minus U is V square minus U square. So, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. This is our third kinematic equation. Now let us discuss one experiment. Aim: to find the acceleration and velocity of an object moving on an inclined track. To draw the graph between distance and time. Materials required to conduct this experiment are glass marbles, digital clock, long plastic tubes, books and steel plates. Now let us see the procedure. First, take a long plastic tube of length nearly 200 centimeters and cut in half along the length of the tube. Use these tube parts as tracks and mark the readings in centimeter along the track. Now place the one end of the tube on the books and the other end on the floor. Keep a steel plate on the floor at bottom of the track. So consider the reading at the bottom of the track as 0. Take a marble having enough size, travel in the track freely. Now release marble freely from a certain distance, say nearly 40 centimeters. Start the digital clock when the marble is released. It moves down on the track and strike the steel plate. Now stop the digital clock when sound is produced. Repeat the same experiment for the same distances 2 to 3 times and note down the values of the times in the table, that is T1, T2, T3. Find the average time and 2s by t square for every trial it gives acceleration. Now draw the distance versus time ST graph for the above values in this table and find slope. The values found in this experiment are approximately 1. Now tell me, is 2s by t square equal to the acceleration? Why? Yes, 2s by t square is equal to the acceleration because we know the equation s is equal to ut plus half at square. Here initial velocity u is equal to 0. So ut also 0. S is equal to half at square. By cross multiplication, at square is equal to 2s. A is equal to 2s by t square. So 2s by t square is equal to acceleration. Now tell me, is there any relation between the slope and acceleration? Yes. If slope increases, acceleration also increases. Now, what do you notice from the distance and time graphs for various slopes? Yes, if the graph is a straight line from origin, it indicates that the body is in non-uniform motion. If the distance time graph is parallel to the time axis, it indicates that the body is at rest. Let us have a brief on today's class. In today's class, we have learned uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration, equations of uniform accelerated motion. Motion is relative. Motion of an object depends on the observer. The motion of the body is said to be uniform when its velocity is constant. The rate of change of velocity with time is known as acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Equal changes of velocity occurs in equal intervals of time. Physical quantities and units. Distance. CGS unit of distance is centimeter. SI unit of distance is meter. Distance is a scalar. Next. Displacement. CGS unit of displacement is centimeter. SI unit of displacement is meter. Displacement is a vector. Speed. Formula for speed, distance by time. CGS unit of speed is centimeter per second. SI unit of speed is meter per second. And speed is a scalar. Velocity. Formula for velocity is displacement by time. CGS unit of velocity is centimeter per second. SI unit of velocity is meter per second. And velocity is a vector. Average speed. Formula for average speed is total distance by total time. CGS unit of average speed is centimeter per second. SI unit of average speed is meter per second. Average speed is a scalar. Next, average velocity. Formula for average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. CGS unit of average velocity is equal to centimeter per second. SI unit of average velocity is meter per second. Average velocity is a vector. Next, acceleration. Formula for acceleration is change in velocity by change in time. CGS units of acceleration is centimeter per second square. SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Acceleration is a vector. Children, I will give you some questions as assignment. All of you answer the questions and post the answers in WhatsApp group. All of you take a screenshot of this slide. Assignment, first question. Derive the equations of uniform accelerated motion. Second question. Define acceleration. Write the units of acceleration. Third one. What is meant by uniform motion? Give an example. Last one. Find the acceleration and velocity of an object moving on an inclined track. Thank you, children.